Hi, this is Chef. This fufu is done. F-U, F-U. Death pizza. This works great. Hiya. This is Reverend Cha-Cha. Hi, it's Chef Cha-Cha Dave. Tonight I'm making shrimp scampi cheese salad. And I'm going to put a lot of different things in it. Of course, I'm going to put in shrimp. Okay. Let me put this up a little higher. This is the mozzarella cheese. I'm going to cut some Parmesan cheese, which is the block cheese. I made some nice rustic bread. I'm going to serve it two ways. I'm going to serve it with a bruschetta or just on a lettuce leaf. It's an appetizer or a side dish. I'm going to put in zucchini, okay, and I'm going to put in cheese and some scallions, and I'm going to make the salad dressing that goes on top of this in the pan after I do the shrimp. So let's get started. I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan. Now the shrimp really don't have to cook for very long. Alright, I want to make sure this is hot. Okay, while that's happening, I'm going to crush the garlic. And I'm going to keep the garlic not too fine. I want to have a nice taste of garlic in here. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to throw my shrimp in. Oh, I forgot one of these little buggers. I didn't take a shell off. Horrors. And I'm taking the tails off, okay? And this goes right in here. They only cook for a very short time. Okay, now where that's going, right, I'm going to cut the cheese. This Parmesan cheese, you want to try to use the wedge cheese because you want it in chunks. Okay, and then that's going to be about that size because they break us apart when we mix it all together. And the taste of this cheese with the shrimp and the garlic is incredible. Alright, now this is going to go right in here with my mozzarella cheese. This has a nice nutty flavor and there's a lot of salt in this. The mozzarella cheese is plain, it's pretty bland. Okay, we're going to do these shrimp, turn them around, turn them over. And now I'm going to put the garlic in at the very end because I don't want it to burn. And my dressing is going to be made in this pan. So that has to actually go for a few more minutes. And now we're back over here. I'm going to cut my scallions. You want that scallions, that scallion just try to run away and knows what's coming. And I'm going to do the whole thing with the green. Now we have our scallions. Okay, let me look at the shrimp again. Okay, now these shrimp are just about done. I'm going to put it down to the lowest setting. And then I'm going to do my tomatoes. Now, these are canned tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes. These are plum tomatoes. I take a little bit of the juice out, okay? And they should be nice big chunks. And I think that will be enough, okay? Okay, now, I'm going to put my garlic in now. And I don't want the garlic to burn. Garlic does not really need to get brown at all. You just want to soften it a little bit. Put a little parsley in here as well. Okay, now I'm going to just let that sit for a minute. Then what I'm going to do next is start putting my ingredients in the bowl. Okay, so put in my scallions, put in my tomatoes, okay, and my zucchini, which has been cut like that in strips. And these are all raw ingredients. Okay, now that's very, very pretty. Okay, now the shrimp and the garlic are just about done. What I'm going to do is put this back here. Okay, now the shrimp are over here. Now I've turned off my heat on the pan. I want this to cool a little bit. Now, what goes in the pan now, all right, is some balsamic vinegar, about a tablespoon. Okay, and some olive oil, and this is a dressing, and I want the acid and the oil or the fat to have the right proportion. This is lemon juice. I had about 1/4 of a cup, maybe a little bit less. Alright, I'm putting in some dried basil and some dried thyme and a spoonful of sugar, and I'm going to deglaze the pan just a little bit. Put that back on, and I want this to just cool down a little bit before we actually put this on top of the salad. And I'm going to show you right now how I'm mixing the salad, and I'm going to let this rest. Alright, now we need a little salt and pepper in here. This thing has dandruff. I'll have to address that in the morning. Okay, so now I'm going to kick the heat off. Now, I'm going to put my cheese in here. Mix that all around. Shrimp go in here with the garlic, and it's truly a Scampi taste. Alright, so we want to fold that shrimp around in here. And we can put a little bit of parsley on top of this. And we'll be back in a few minutes. I want this dressing in the pan to be room temperature. Okay, I'm back. Now this has gotten has cooled off, and I've scraped the bottom to make sure that I got all of the flavor off the bottom. And this is going right on top. And make sure you get all the garlic out of the pan. Put a little bit more parsley in there. Now you just fold this around. Smells terrific, very colorful. Okay, so the two ways that I'm going to serve this is that it can be served on lettuce. Okay. Now, then on this bread, bruschetta is thicker than crostini. Crostini is a thinner piece of bread, and usually I did toast this. I pan toasted it, and I rub garlic on it before I, if I just making it with tomatoes and onions and other things. But there's plenty of garlic in here, okay? So that can go right on top of that. You get a couple shrimp in here. And so that it goes into the bread, we can take a little bit of the juice. And this dressing is quite good. Okay, and here we have it. Okay, now this can be served, as I said before, as an appetizer or a side dish. It could be a dinner if you had some other vegetables maybe on the side, or you have a larger portion. That would work very nice. Let me taste this. Okay, I'm going to take a shrimp, and I'm going to get some, this is a Parmesan cheese and a tomato. very good. The Parmesan cheese is crunchy, salty, has a different texture. Mozzarella cheese is very plain and soft. Try zucchini. Zucchini is raw, it's crunchy. Let me try the bruschetta. You can serve this many, many different ways. This you have to really cut with a knife and fork. I dare anybody to try to pick the whole thing up. Let me get this shrimp on here. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm not talking to you anymore. At any rate, this is delicious. It's a little different. I know a lot of, like the Italians don't like to put cheese with fish. The Greeks put cheese with seafood. You can do anything you want. When I made this, I like it. You should try this.